Okay, welcome to another lesson on common mistakes. If you're watching this on a platform that has been deleting my comments and your comments and my videos and threatening to ban me for the last 4 years, you're in the wrong place. You should come to my website, skype-lessons.com, where you can buy a course for just £10, coupon code 10. There are 96 lectures in this course, and I have 15 other courses, and you get a free speaking class anytime you buy a course. All you've got to do is come to the website, buy a course, and then tell me in the grammar shed when you would like a free speaking class. Okay, so please get off this platform. Don't help the forced drugging of mankind. Help me and come to my website. So, common mistakes 96. Let's have a look at number 1. And this is a very interesting mistake because it's quite common, but I don't think you often get taught the reason why it's wrong. And the reason is gerund and verbal noun. And so if you've never heard of verbal nouns, don't worry, I'm going to tell you what they are in a second. So number 1, it can make your living much easier. Now, this is a mistake, and it's because this word here, it's not a verbal noun, it's a gerund. And I must admit that with the word live, you do have a living, verbal noun, and you also have living, which is a gerund. Now, verbal nouns, let's take a word like disappearing and disappearance. I hope you can see that they're both nouns. One of them is a gerund, and one of them is called a verbal noun. And they are different, and the main difference is that gerunds can't be modified by adjectives or determiners, okay? So you can't put an a before them, you can't put a the before them, and you can't put a your before them. And the student meant life in general, yeah? It can make your life much easier, or it can make living much easier. So there's 2 ways we can correct this. We can also say it can make, if you want to keep the your, then you need to change it from living to life. It can make your life much easier, because life is over here, and it's different from a living. Yeah, it's another different noun, yeah? And a living is, you usually see this a living in make a living. He makes a living as a content creator, yeah? I make a living as a content creator. Yeah, so if you make a living doing something, if you make a living as somebody, that means you make your money doing that, okay? And so that's how you use living with an article, yeah? That's how you use the verbal noun, a living. Okay, but here we didn't mean a living, you know, the way you make your money. The student meant it can make your life much easier. So it can make living much easier. If you want more information about the difference between gerund and verbal noun, you can find a whole lecture on that topic on my course called Master Advanced Grammar. And you can also find it on my website, of course. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, this is a very common mistake, and I know I've done it before, but I'm going to do it again because it's such a common mistake. And I think most students think it's correct, and it's not correct. I'm going to make you sound a lot more fluent by telling you, don't say this, say this. How should I put it? That's how you sound like an English person. How should sorry about that, guys. How should I put it? How should I put it? How could I put it? Is also possible. How could I put it? How should I put it? Yeah, but I think we usually use the should, so I'll leave that one up there. That's how to sound like a natural native. You'll notice that this does not follow the question, auxiliary verb, subject, and then main verb. This one does. Question, auxiliary verb, subject, main verb, and then the object. Okay, and so that's how you say it. That's how you sound natural. That's how you sound like a native. Number 3, I have thought about working abroad, but generally speaking, I don't want. Now there's a word missing here. I don't want to. Yeah, you need to put that to in when you mean I don't want to work abroad. Yeah, I have thought about working abroad, but generally speaking, I don't want to work abroad. You must include that too with want. And if you notice in question number 5, that's exactly what I do. I never have time to read all the books that I want to, yeah, and not all the books that I want. I never have time to read all the books that I want to read. Yeah, if there's another verb coming after that, and there is, it's just omitted because it's clear, you still need to keep the to. And this is really with the verb want and would like. Yeah, I wouldn't like to would also need the to, and not just I wouldn't like. but I wouldn't like to, yeah? And so I've thought about working abroad, but generally speaking, I wouldn't like to. I don't want to. Okay, so remember that with would, like and want, you need the to when you miss out the verb phrase at the end, okay?